everybody, my name is Mayra and today I'm going to tell you guys my bullying story. Originally, I wanted to do a video of how to deal with bullying. The main reason why I even wanted to do this video was because I know a lot of you guys are going back to school, or a lot of you guys are already in school, and I know for sure there's somebody out there that's getting bullied. Or even if you're the bully that's watching this, you know, I want this video to help out not only the person that's being bullied, but also the person that is bullying, because you just never know what the bully is going through, period. But if you're bullying somebody, I want you to know that it's not okay and you need to cut it out right now. I feel like not a lot of people know that I got bullied. Even my own brother the other day, when I was telling him exactly what they would do to me, he was like, really? And the only person that really knew, I think, was my mom. I would pretty much tell her what was going on. Even till this day, I don't think I told her everything, but hopefully I can give you guys some advice in this video as well, like what can you do, because I know I'm not the only one that has gotten bullied, and I know somebody out there right now is getting bullied. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys my story. It all began my freshman year, and I still don't get like the reason why I was being bullied in my freshman year. The thing that I feel like really had them bullying me was because of some guy. I started dating this guy in high school, and our freaking relationship, like, it literally was nothing. I was a little girl, I was like 15. I only dated him for a month. It was nothing serious. I don't know if he got mad that we had like broken up, but he had this friend, right? And this girl, she got some other girl like against me. So these two girls that were friends with him all of a sudden started like pretty much talking shit about me, right? I actually had all three of them in the same class. He was never really involved in this drama, but I feel like he really started everything, because I, honest to God, never did anything to these girls for them to treat me this way. I barely even knew their name, but what a coincidence that after we broke up, his friends that he had in class would just talk all this crap about me. So being the person that I was, I've never been a fighter ever, and I would consider myself a pretty shy person in high school. Even till this day, like, if you guys know me personally, you know that I'm shy. So I was just never the person to start problems or anything. So it started with those two girls. Eventually they brought their friends in. I would walk by the hallway and they were just all there lined up, talking all the shit that could possibly come out of their mouth. You know, I was obviously like, I felt like I couldn't defend myself. Like, looking back, I'm just like, why didn't you do anything? You know, because if they were to do that shit to me right now, ooh, bitch, I would not let that happen, you know? But like back then, I would really let them bully me. So that was like an everyday thing, just going inside the class. They were just all out there laughing at me, freaking telling me how ugly I was, or, you know, pointing little stupid things out, or like, look at her hair looks, because I remember once I had dyed my hair, like I had like blonde highlights, and I remember them saying like, ugh, look at her ugly ass blonde hair. Like little things like that, that I was like, I'm just gonna warn you guys right now, I know I'm already cussing, and it's not something that I like to do in my channel, but this is just being me. I'm telling you guys my story, and I'm telling you guys how I feel about this. They would just make sure to do that every single day when I would go inside class. The worst part was when the teacher was not there and all the class was waiting outside, because I pretty much had to have them like screaming in my face. So that would happen every single day. I remember one time, we were in lunch and I decided to go to the restroom with a friend. And my sister, my other friends were eating lunch, so it was just me and this other girl in the restroom. And I remember being like inside the restroom, and I could hear the girls coming in, like already talking all this shit, you know? And I just remember being in there very scared, like very scared. Like, I'm telling you, it makes me very emotional, like just to know like everything that I went through. I just remember there like waiting like 10-15 minutes I remember, like, because I even remember, like, when I was walking out of the restroom, lunch was basically over. So I remember just being in the freaking restroom, waiting for them to leave. And this friend that had came with me, I'm guessing she was probably scared too. I don't know. The point is, they were just all in there saying, "Get out, you stupid bitch. We're gonna fuck you up." Yeah, like, it was, I want to say it was probably like 8 of them. Can you believe that? You know, of course me, I was very, very scared in there. And I seriously stayed in there until they left. Ooh, like, and I remember walking out of the restroom, and I found my sister outside, and I ended up telling her like everything that had happened, and she was like, "Oh hell no." At that time when they were bullying me, my sister would always stand up for me, and I love that about her. Like, she didn't care. She would always defend me no matter what. She was not scared whatsoever. She's always been like the opposite of me, and I feel like they wouldn't really ever do anything to her because they knew she wouldn't let herself. So that had happened. And oh, I remember, oh my god, this is like, there was so many times where they would do like these crazy things, but there was another time where I was walking by, I think I was going to like second period, and I came across them, and obviously I was shitting bricks because I was scared, and they started saying, "Hey, I heard you talking shit." In my head I was like, is this bitch for real? I really was never the person to talk shit about them. Like, I had no idea who they were, you know. I was just scared of them. They were just saying like, "I heard you talking shit, this and that, you better not be talking shit." I obviously told her, you know, I'm not saying anything. And I remember telling her, "I don't know who you are, leave me alone." They were like, "Yeah, that's right, you better not be talking shit." So I'm actually glad I said this, because I actually got, like, I got mad. Because there was that, even though they would bully me, there was times where I was like, "Fuck you." Because I remember that time when they told me, "Yeah, that's right, you better not be." I was like, "Fuck you." And I walked away. Like, literally, I flipped them off and walked away. But when I was walking away, literally they started like chasing me. Like, they were not running. But I remember I was like, I fucked up. What did I get myself into? So I just remember walking inside the hallway, like speed walking, and all these girls were after me. And what really I think pissed me off the most was that nobody ever stood up for me. Besides my sister, she always had my back, but nobody else like would help me out. If I were to see this in high school again, I wouldn't allow somebody to get bullied. These people were pretty much talking shit to me in the hallway in front of everybody, and nobody defended me. So that just got me so mad. I was like, I can't believe people are just letting all of this happen. And I remember there was even teachers there. It's like, I couldn't believe that they were getting away with this. If I couldn't help myself out, I expected for somebody else to help me out, because it's really easy for somebody to say, "Oh, I would never allow somebody to bully me." It's really easy to say that. But there's people out there that really cannot help themselves. And sadly, that was me. It would have been really nice for somebody to be like, "Hey, leave her alone." So they would honestly always just do a bunch of like stupid things. But the main thing that I could always remember is just them being right there in the hallway talking shit about me constantly. So of course everybody reaches a breaking point. And I remember this day, I had just gotten enough of it. I was very scared of these people, right? Coming from somebody like that, they really pushed my buttons, because for me to actually defend myself, like, it had to take a lot. I just remember this day, I was walking again in class, and like every single day, these girls were just there lined up, ready to talk all this crap about me. And I just remember like going inside the classroom, and I was so mad. Like, I remember just sitting there like hitting the table of how angry I was. I was like, ooh, because I think at that time, the 2 girls that were in my class, I think one of them had stopped. She really wasn't like, because all these other girls, they were like wannabe cholas, and this one girl, she kind of just left the drama, but it was this other girl that was like still in it. I was just mostly angry at that girl because she had her in a little group outside. And I remember one of the people sitting at my table was telling me like, "Damn, Mayra, calm down," like, because nobody really knew what I was going through. He was just like, girl, calm down, you look very mad. I was like, yes, I am very, very mad. I remember even like lifting the table. I don't even know, like I could have lifted a freaking car. I was so mad. I had so much adrenaline in me. It was like I had reached my breaking point and I was gonna let no bitch walk over me. And I remember we got up to like get some books or something. I don't remember. But the point is, the whole class was very, very quiet. And I was getting my book and I remember she would not stop staring at me. She was just looking at me like, and then I was like, she wanted to have a staring contest. So I just looked at her deep in her freaking eyes and I told her, what the fuck are you looking at? I think I told her like, what is her problem in general with me? I don't know like what held me back from hitting her because I was very, very angry. Like, it still surprises me that I didn't put a hand on her because I was just, I'm telling you, I had never been so angry in my life. All she did after all these times that she bullied me, the only thing that she did was roll her freaking little eyes and walked away and sat down. I could not believe after all these times that she would freaking humiliate me. So all this time that she was talking all this shit that she thought she was the baddest bitch ever for bullying me, she didn't do anything. If she had all these balls to talk all this shit about me, say that she was gonna fuck me up, and supposedly I was like on green light, wouldn't you think she would have been like, this is my time to fuck her up? So that girl was just all talk, I mean clearly, because she didn't do anything. I'm in no way encouraging you to cuss out the person that's bullying you because I don't want you to make things worse. I don't know how that person's gonna react to you doing that. I'm telling you guys my personal experience, so I don't want anybody telling me like, hey, guess what, you made things worse, Mayra, because you told me to go cuss them out. No, I'm not saying that, you guys. I'm telling you guys my story. This is why I'm telling you that I don't want to tell you guys how to deal with it because I didn't deal with it well. Anyway, so that happened, and like I said, she kind of just backed off me. She still had her friends like bullying me, kind of. It would slowly fade away. I remember going to my counselor and telling her what was going on. I'm just gonna tell you that they did not do anything to help me out. The only thing actually that they kind of helped me out with was changing that class that I was in. That class where they would always be outside of, they just changed it for me. I told them, I was like, you know what, I can't be in that class because they're always out there. But you know, they really didn't give a shit. They would still find their way of bullying me. Like, they really didn't care. They would find other friends to talk shit about me. They were gonna get away with it, and they pretty much did. This school really didn't do anything about it. Thank God I wasn't like somebody that commit suicide or somebody that went shooting up the whole school, but you just never know. Like, why would you just ignore that? It's like they're threatening that they're gonna kill me. How in the world are you not gonna do anything about it, you know? They would pretty much just say leave her alone, but I knew that they didn't want to leave me alone, and I would tell them like I want to change schools. They ended up changing my class, which helped out a little bit, but still I feel like they never did much. They never laid a hand on me, so they were clearly a bunch of little bitches. And I know somebody out there is like, well, you calling them bitches is making you a bully too. No, you know, I understand if I'm just calling somebody randomly a bitch, but if you're acting like a bitch, you best believe you're a bitch. You earned that fucking title, at least in my opinion. I mean, who knows, maybe now they've matured. They're not bitches anymore, probably. I don't know, I haven't seen them in forever. But yeah, back then, they were bitches. And I'm gonna call them bitches because they made my life a living hell. I think eventually they ended up dropping out of high school, and that's how I slowly just stopped seeing them. So yeah, they just pretty much bullied me till they just decided to drop out, and after that, I guess I never saw them again. But basically, what I want to tell you guys is, if you're bullying somebody, I don't think you understand how badly you can ruin their life. I remember every single morning waking up with a ball in my throat. You know when you're about to cry, you just feel that knot in your throat? I had that every single morning going to school. And I just remember when I would see their faces, I had so much fear. Just looking back at everything that I went through, it really does like hurt me a little bit. It always gets me emotional. It always gets me emotional just looking back at everything that I went through, but I'm really glad in some way that it happened because it's made me so strong. I would never let anybody step over me anymore. And I'm not saying I'm a fighter, I'm not saying I'm a good fighter, but if you ever lay your hands on me, I will defend myself. I don't care if I lose in the fight, I'm just telling you I will defend myself. So that's the only way that I could be like, well, I'm glad I went through that because it made me who I am now. The best thing that I could recommend you if you're getting bullied is talk to an adult. So I recommend you talking to your parents or maybe even telling a teacher. They probably will help out. I think I just had bad luck. I wouldn't recommend you just telling any student in school because you just don't know what that kid is gonna tell the rest of the people. They might just make everything worse. So I highly recommend you tell an adult that's mature enough to listen and help you out. And if you're bullying somebody, you know, I don't know what you're going through. A lot of people usually will do things out of pleasure. Like there's really people out there that will just bully somebody for fun. Some people really just get pleasure off bullying you because you're not doing anything back, so they feel like they have all that power to do it. But just know that what you're doing is not right. Like just think of it this way. Would you let your sister or your brother get bullied? Would you be okay going to school the next day finding out that that person killed themselves because of you? Just process that in your head. Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with your kids getting bullied? Just think about that because everything that you're doing to you, you're waking up in the morning, you're gonna have an amazing day at school. But the person that you're bullying is going through the complete opposite of you. And sometimes I feel like the bully itself never will really understand because they're not being bullied, or maybe that person's being bullied or has gotten bullied, so they're just getting back at bullying somebody else. I really hope, you know, this kind of made you think about it twice. You might be going through a lot, but I'm just telling you what you are doing is not solving anything. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to share this video. I really want to help those out, not only that are getting bullied, but also those who are bullied. But if you're going through something really tough at home and you feel like taking it out on somebody at school is the right thing, or even taking it out at work, not necessarily school. If you're bullying somebody at work or just even on YouTube, I feel like a lot of us get bullied on YouTube. I guess that's called like cyberbullying. Don't take it out on somebody else. That's not the right thing to do. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!